Hi there, this is Kimberly at Gypsy Soul Hippie Heart. I'm going to do a reading today, and it's just going to be a reading on what we might need to know, what information is out there for us. And the decks that I have today are Whispers of Love, and Magical Unicorns. That's Doreen Virtue. The other one is Angela Hartfield. And then this is Wisdom of Avalon by Colette Baron Reid. And let's see, which deck do you want to start off with? I think I want to start off with the Unicorn deck. They've all been shuffled, but I will shuffle again. I just like to... This deck is really... I haven't used it very much. Really new, it doesn't want to shuffle the way that I shuffle. But I don't like to bend my cards. So they're actually... These are a little sticky today. So I'm going to ask for pristine clarity and truth for us. And as I'm reading, I don't read from the book. Like, I don't read the books and memorize the meanings of them. It's all just what I get and how I feel. So hopefully it resonates. If it doesn't, maybe another reading will. Also, if I say she, it can be he. If I say he, it can be she. See, divine feminine or divine masculine, we can have either or. So this is really just for anybody that it resonates with, whether you're male or female. Whatever day you watch this is the day that you're meant to connect with it. So let's see here what we've got. Okay. Let's go with those. And, well, let's go with the bottom of the deck, too, because it's telling me to. So, the first card that we have here, I know you guys, they're upside down. I'm going to show you them. First card we have here is Imagine. And it says, what would you see, feel, or think and hear if your wish came true? So, this is a very magical card with a unicorn and a fairy and a castle. So what right now? Oh, what do we need? What do you want? What is your wish? What makes your wish come true? Dare to dream. It's telling us right now, it's time to dream. It's time to think about what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and how to fulfill that within inside yourself. The unicorn is magical and powerful, and the fairy is whimsical and magical. So right now, the more we focus on the good, the wishes, the dreams, the hopes, instead of fears or loneliness, that's what we're going to manifest. So really focus on that magical time, because that's what's here right now. It's our inner work. It's our inner time. Most desires that we would love to have come true, what are they? What do they look like for you? Remember your spark that brings out that part of you that makes you unique, and let that be seen. It also is giving me the feeling of love. There's a feeling that love is around, that it's that magical part of the start of a relationship that brings the butterflies. And that is a really good feeling. So hopefully that's just around the corner for all of us. Some of us, maybe somebody is wondering if somebody else is feeling that way, and I would say that that's confirmation that somebody is definitely feeling those butterflies for you. So if you're asking about that, I would say that it's true. And I would also say, dare to imagine that feeling coming to you if that's what you want, because now is the time to manifest that. And next card is talk about your feelings, tell a friend how you feel. So, and this is another, there's a kitty there and a unicorn. So, and I'm seeing a difference here with the cat and the unicorn. If there is something that is different between you and the person, like maybe they aren't somebody you would normally be attracted to, somebody you wouldn't normally want to date, don't let that scare you. Especially with this energy here too, like imagine. And be willing to tell that person. You can't get what you want unless you put yourself out there. So in order to find that certain someone, you've got to be willing to risk a little bit. And the next card is practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice, practice, practice until you get it right. So if this is a job that you want, if this is a relationship that you want, if it's just a new way of being, a new way of presenting yourself, practice it. Maybe talk to a friend, get some ideas from them, or be bold. Be bold and be daring, because she's being really bold and daring. She's like taming the beast, even though it's a magical beast. She's taming the beast. She's practicing her skills. She's got a tambourine in one hand, and she's in a really nice little dress. So if this is about you not wanting to be seen, and you hadn't wanted to be seen and now you do, allow that flirty side to come out, allow that loving side to come out, allow that passionate side and that feminine side or masculine side, whatever way it works, right? But don't just hide away anymore. Practice. And if it's a job, like her job interview. So if somebody's going for a job interview, you can play it out in your head of what you want to say, so you get it right. Maybe write it down. Maybe I heard role play with a friend that you could say if you were talking to a boss, how would you say it? Or somebody you want to meet, you might need to practice on, you're nervous and, then how do I act? It's been so long since I dated. What do I do? And, just get yourself out there and enjoy life and enjoy who you are and embrace who you are so somebody else can embrace you too. And whether it, like I said, be a relationship or job or talking to somebody, if you need to talk to them, open up, be brave, be brave. Next card is let go of stress. Don't take other people's stress. Sorry, don't take on other people's stress. Breathe in and out now. So yeah, it's okay to help people, but you gotta let them walk on their own 2 feet too. I know that's something that I am learning, because I'm a fixer and I'm a doer and I'm a helper and you need anything, I'm there. But I know that for myself, I need to rejuvenate and reboost my own energy and find what works for me. And lately that's been walking in parks and doing my own readings, taking my own time for myself. And that's not being selfish, that's honoring yourself, and that's loving who you are And so we have every right to love who we are. And so don't take on other people's stress. That's a really good one. Now the next card is laughter. And this is, oh God, yeah, you need to laugh. You need a good laugh. We all need a good laugh. If things get too serious, remember, life is more than just our serious events that we're going through. Laughter is healing. Laughter with somebody can be loving and kind, and friends. Like this is a I almost want to say a banquet of friends is what this feels like. There's, you know, there's ladies walking there, there's girls walking there, there's, you know, there's the goose or fairies at the bottom, and there's a little fairy here flying on a bird. So commune with nature, be playful, let your imagination come out, let that inner child come out, and share who you are with people. I think that's a really big message, to share who you are with people. Talk about your feelings, talk about your needs, talk about your stresses, but don't dwell in the stress. Try really hard not to feel and see just the negative aspects of somebody or something, and let go. I heard learn to let go. We get so caught up in what's going on around us that we forget that our joy is important, our peace is important, and tune into that higher self and the guidance that is there for all of us. Let's see, I'm gonna just do the whispers of love. Let's see what else wants to come out for us. You know, I took my granddaughter to a park today, and we were just having fun and being silly, and I think that having those little ones around is such an amazing thing and a gift that we have, that they teach us to love life in the moment. They teach us to embrace our inner child. And I think we forget that a lot because of the responsibilities that we have. But one of the first responsibilities we have is to ourselves, and self-love. And so I think we need that. Okay, can you give us some information on what you want us to know for the collective? What do we need to know? What are you trying to tell us? Wow. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so definitely relationship here. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than the tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who's in need of it. Beautiful card. So whether it be a friend who needs a hug, or your partner, family member, yourself, don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be afraid to embrace and to take that step. hugs are healing. They're very, very healing. And there's actually, boy, I wish I could remember what it said about that it heals depression, that it's like 30 seconds of a hug is like removes a year of sadness or something. It's astronomical of the amount of time that a hug can heal, and we all need that. Excuse me. Take a walk with somebody that you love, hold their hand, reach out. So many times we get complacent in a relationship and we don't take that extra time. You've maybe said a word or two that you're sorry for and nobody really speaks up. So I think what this is kind of saying too is take the time to speak up, talk about your feelings, get back to that part of the relationship that made you want to be in one, with that person that you're with. Or if you're wanting to date somebody and you're getting to know them, it's okay to reach out and touch them on the shoulder and the arm, and it's that touch that we starts that chemistry, that chemical attraction that allows us to feel that extra connection with somebody that we wouldn't feel with everybody else. Now, I know because of our situation makes it hard. But you can reach out in other ways too. Ask somebody for, time for a conversation, for a video chat. And if we can't hug somebody, you can say, I'd really like to give you a hug right now. We just can't. But I send air hugs. That's kind of my thing. And, I'm air hugging you right now. People say high five. I say air hugs. So find what works for you. And the next card is rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. So don't beat yourself up if you're tired, if you need to take a break, if you if this time is making us kind of lonely. And a lot of times, solitude people don't see it as a good thing. It certainly can be, because it can be a time to go in and work on you and work on whatever issues that we maybe didn't see because we were so busy. And helps us to realize that the people that are important to us and how we want to treat them and how we want to be treated. So kind of a life review right now, while we are in this time of solitude and relaxation, and hopefully it's not putting more stress on everybody, but because it is a really good time right now, because we are kind of being in a way made to be quiet, and so it's really good to have this time to go in and search our hearts and our souls and reconnect maybe with ourselves, and then that makes us more apt to be able to be softer for somebody else. Because softness is a good thing. It's always a good thing. And hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a pat on the back for the job well done. I think a lot of people forget that. And maybe we're feeling like we're not doing a good enough job because we're not at work. But our work right now is connecting with ourselves and loving ourselves and treating ourselves the way we would treat somebody else, with that respect and honor and self-love and dignity, I heard. The next card is look at your patterns in a relationship It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. There's a card, hey? So where have you overspoke? Where have you said something or done something that hurt another? Where what are the patterns in a relationship that it's hard for us to look at and say, yeah, it could have been nicer there, or that person was really mean and I really would have liked to have stood up for myself, or love me more, talk to me more, let's sit down and have a conversation, let's remember why we're together. This is quite a unique little card here. It's got a mirror. It's got a mirror right here, and she's playing a harp, and then her reflection is in the mirror. So what actions are you mirroring of yourself or somebody else? What are the patterns? What is that part of you that you could go, well, that keeps happening in my life? Why does that keep happening in my life? Why does every man or woman I meet, why does that go down that road? And sometimes we have to look at the commonalities that are in that. Like, do I say the same thing and that is the same repetitive pattern? Or do I say something and the repetitive pattern is how somebody acts or responds? So really taking time to check ourselves. Are we too weak? Do we let people run us? Do we just agree because it's safer, it's easier? Do we agree to do something that we didn't want to do and then later on go, oh, I really didn't want to do that, but I did it, but I really didn't want to do it? Are we codependent? Do we have an addictive behavior? Are we too overstrong, overbearing, too controlling? Do we roll over? Do we kind of play the victim? What is it? Or do I give so much of myself and it's never returned? Like, there's so many ways that can go. So if you're having a problem with somebody, or at work, or look for the thing that kind of really pops up in your head, like, this is always happening. And then, now if I did this differently, if I had the opportunity to do something over again, how would I do it? And would I? So is there a softer way of saying something, or is there a way of being a little bit more bold? What do you need to do? What does this world need of you, and what do you need of it? Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. And this angel has huge wings, and they're rainbow wings. Like, they're gorgeous rainbow wings. Look at there and there. Like, these are enormous wings coming from this one here. So be supportive. Friends, family, yourself, your partner, your hope-to-be partner. Now, that doesn't mean sucking up. That's completely different. That means if somebody has an issue that they're working on, do you want to bounce that off me? Like, do you want me to listen? Do you want to know what I think? How can I help you? What can I do for you? Maybe somebody's tired and you make them soup. You know, you make them supper, you pick something up, or you come over and give them a hand with something, or you just sit with them, or you make them laugh, right? There's so many things we can do to be supportive and allow it to come back to you. It's not just about being supportive and doing yourself short. If it makes you feel like you're doing yourself short, it's not being done right. And it's not being done for the right intention either then. So I've got this music playing in the background, and it's the odd music. It's beautiful, but it's very relaxing. And it makes me want to meditate. So, and when I get like that, then it makes me want to yawn. So I am sorry if I yawn. It's just because it's very relaxing and beautiful music. So let's see what else. I don't know if I think there's something else in this deck. We're going to go to the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle cards, and we'll see what we get there. I don't lay my cards out in any particular order. I just know when one section is done talking, the other one goes somewhere else. So I'm very free-spirited with the way I do things, because things interconnect, and for me they don't have to be in a row, kind of thing. They're great if they works how everything works for everybody is right for everybody, right? No judgment. No judgment ever. Oh wow. That was wow. Oh wow. We are on another topic. Clearly we are on another topic. Wow. Okay. We are on another topic. I think we're kind of, yeah. Let's see. Okay, the first card that we have is the Goblin, the wounded human ego. And so this is something or somebody who's I heard a little too, I want to say full of themselves, a little too well, that's not the way I meant it, or that's not what I'm doing, or, you know, like it's the wounded ego. It's not being sorry for something. It's got a bad feeling, and normally I don't get that. So it's hurt. And when I say bad, I don't mean like evil bad. I mean like regret bad, right? Okay. So, but yet not being okay with being able to say anything about it. So not being able to give an apology. That's what I hear. The next card is, it's a marker card. It's the word is trust. So sometimes when we're wounded, we don't trust. I'm hearing we don't trust someone's going to hear me the right way. And also the other side of this is trust your path, your destination. Trust that whatever's going on around will be okay. Trust that you know what you know. Trust your intuition. I also, because this reminds me of the walk that I did today. And I have done some hikes. And so trust the peace. When you go inside, trust the peace is what I hear. So this is for something else. Trust that part of you that you've got hidden away, that it's okay to embrace it. And I just heard, take yourself for a walk. Get out into nature. Trust the journey. Okay, this is, I think, something, I just got chills. There's something, I'm just gonna, this is my life, and you're gonna see what fits. There's something that I've wanted to do. Some place I've wanted to go. But I'm a little on the fence about going. Not about the destination. It's about the getting there. And I think this is like saying, trust that you'll get there okay. Trust that you'll be guided where you need to go. So if you're feeling like there's something that you want to do, and for those of you who believe in angels or higher powers or whatever, ask for them to help and to journey with you. Trust that you're taken care of. Trust that your faith is strong and that you are loved and protected. And trust that wherever you need to go, you'll get there. And that's a message for me. Don't hold yourself back. The next card is another marker card. I call them marker cards because it's a little sign. It's my thing. Marker card. Focus. So trust and focus. Trust and focus that whatever road or pathway you take, you will get there right when you're supposed to, the way you're supposed to. Your destiny is there to be fulfilled for you. It's your destiny. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Focus on what you want, focus on your desires, and watch them come into fruition by manifesting them. It's not wishful thinking. It's not. It's actually focused thinking. And it's imagining and seeing it in your head and feeling it. It's just like if you cook something, right, and you've cooked it before and you've really liked it, and so you can think about it and you can actually get the smells and you can actually get the taste of it. And then you like, I'm just going to make it, and you happen to have all the ingredients or it's like that. It's like making up your favorite dish and being able to know every time it's going to taste and smell like this because you can feel it and you're creating it. And so focus on what you want and create it. Feel it, embrace it, act like or sense like you can touch it. Like, what would it feel if you want that new jacket? What would it feel like? What would it look like? You want that new car. You want that relationship. You want that new job. See yourself standing in that. See, in that new job. See yourself talking to that person. See yourself in that home. See yourself making it through whatever it is, and knowing that you can do it. Have faith in yourself. Focus and have faith. Okay, the next card we have is the King. Man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law, justice. So, right there. This is the King. This is the King, and this is his, I want to say, right-hand man. So trust that whoever you are, are working with, has your back. This is somebody who's a man who's strong, who's capable, who's skillful, who is moral, and great integrity and follows the rules, but not as I'm just gonna follow the rules, right? He is the rule maker in a way of not dictatorship, but in a way of brazing new pathways. I heard brazing new pathways. He's makes his own laws, but not to overrun somebody to get him to his next step. So if I need to get to this job and I need these skills, he lines that up so that he can get to the final place that he wants to get to. That's what this is about. That's the kind of man he is, getting the job done. He's an upstanding man, and he's strong, and he's a king, so he's a decision maker. He's not, I heard the word flippy floppy in his thinking. He's discerning, and he wants the right person with him, I heard. So, and very attractive, I heard too. I'm going back to the Whispers of Love. That's the deck that my hand went to. That's the one I'm going to read from. Let's see what else the Whispers of Love might have for us. I'm just thinking that's that top card. How awesome. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I'll share this with the group. This is about that manifesting that person, right? It says, act as if your partner is already here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you always consider them. This is wonderful. This is how you manifest. You don't manifest by going, oh, I really want a guy who's tall, dark, and handsome and lots of money and whisk me off. And no, that's not how you manifest. You manifest by, like, as if they're standing in front of you. You manifest like a king. You get the job done. But you focus and you trust and you practice and you let go of human ego and you imagine and you be supportive. They're all coming together. You know, the physical touch. What do you want your relationship to look like? What do you want your relationship to look like? You know? How do you want them to speak to you? How do you want to speak to them? How do you want to go to sleep every night? How do you want to wake up? And how do you want to go throughout your day? And then, without putting a face to it, put a feeling. You know, feel what it would be like to be in their arms, to be kissed by them, to be held by them, to go on a trip with them, to marry them, whatever it is, the way that you want to see that happening. And put that energy into this every night before you go to bed. You know, this is what I want to feel like with somebody. This is what that love I want, that nurturing, that care, that soft place to fall. That's what I want it to look like. That's what I want it to feel like. Imagine that, and then say, thank you for bringing it to me. Thank you for him or her being right here. Thank you for making it possible to have such a wonderful love. And then let it come. I got this really cool book. I'm just going to reach over and grab it. It says, ask for what you want and then be prepared to get it. And I love that. Ask for what you want and then be prepared to get it. It's okay to ask for something grand as a love that will just last you forever. The two stay together, that two love each other and respect each other and communicate and are devoted to each other and forsaking all others. That's my thing, forsaking all others. And then expect it to happen. I think that is a good place to end this. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. And I'm really glad that I was able to do this. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, manifestations that make you happy and proud to have whomever or whatever you want in your life. So don't be afraid to ask for it. Have faith and focus on what you want. Do good for yourself and for others, and take care of yourself. And hope to see you again. So take care, be well, be safe, and love. Good night.